Welcome, Cancer Placements. This will be your general weekly reading for the 25th to the 31st of August 2025. So if you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury or North Node in your birth chart, this reading will be for you. Everything that you need to know can be found in the description box below. So let's find out what's going on for you guys in regards to this week. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear in regards to this week? Now, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with shuffling the cards, guys. I know that they're a bit old, but there's definitely something going on here in regards to the energy, right? Things may have been a bit of a miss. Maybe not go as well as planned, I just heard. We have the Page of Wands, the Sun, and the Eight of Cups. Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups with the Six of Wands. Okay. So it's interesting because something not going as planned, but actually it leads to something better. Okay. So there's something that you were a bit upset about, or you've been a bit disappointed over. Okay. And it wasn't anything as planned. For this to kind of take place, or something was out of your control, out of your hands, as it were. But I feel like you have tried to still have a sunny disposition in regards to whatever is or has unfolded to do with something particular, right? Whether it's career related, health related, business related, maybe it's to do with family, maybe it's to do with a relationship. It could be a whole host of things, right? But there was definitely something that kind of took the wind out of your sails, right? It didn't go as planned, but you're kind of like, do you know what? I'm going to keep on keeping on, okay? And I know that things are going to be improving. My situation's going to be changing, or something's going to ease up for me. And it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So I feel like, obviously, I'm kidding that because of something didn't work out with how it is that you had idealistically wanted to have it happen or to plan. I'm hearing it's because your plan wasn't the best plan, right? And it's nothing for you to take personally or anything like that. But what I'm hearing, it's like God, source, the universe, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, whoever you resonate with, are like, look, we feel like it's cute and all that you came up with this plan, and that's great, and we love your enthusiasm and motivation and all of this, but if you were to carry on that particular trajectory and have this happen the way that you wanted it to happen later on down the line, there would still be something that felt a bit of a miss, that would have felt empty, like you were filling up a void in some way, somehow, to do with this particular thing, right? And I feel like, all in all, you do know that to be true, most likely. Like, when you kind of check in with yourself, it's like, do you know what? Yes, it was disheartening, but the universe has a plan for me. And I don't know the full scope on it yet, or I may never know the full scope on it, right? But I'm going to trust myself, trust my intuition, and know that I am being led down a path that is for my best and highest good for myself, but also for others around me as well. So kind of like seeing the silver lining, to do with that saying, every cloud has a silver lining, right? So there's obviously a reason why something didn't necessarily kind of take off or work out the way before, or whether it's to do with there was nothing wrong with the plan or the executing of the plan, okay? um it just may have been that something else, like a spanner thrown into the works, like a monkey wrench that just came through, and it was actually to purposely delay something being brought into fruition because of divine timing, okay? I'm actually hearing ahead of schedule. So there's something that you were planning to do or excited about, and it's like full guns blazing, you went for it, and nothing wrong with whatever it was that you had planned to do or what have you, but it may have just not been the right time, right? And so for you to be receiving the full advantage and benefits of whatever this is or was, there was something that needed to be taking place first and foremost, or there was something outside of you that needed to be looked into first, that needed to be addressed or resolved before there was, the moving on forward or moving on up with whatever this is. Okay, so obviously with these messages, guys, take what you feel resonates and leave the rest, because what I feel like, especially if you have created something that means a great deal to you, this is like your ticket to happiness, right? I know that sounds a bit, far-fetched and a bit of a pipe dream and everything else, right? And it's not necessarily this one particular thing is going to be, dependent on your whole entire happiness for the rest of your life. Like, I'm not getting that, but it's something that meant a great deal, okay? I'm picking up on 818 may be significant, or 888, or the rest of August is being highlighted here. But with the messages, as I said right in the intro, they're general. Take what you feel resonates and leave the rest, and use your own sense of discernment with the messages, okay? But we have Six of Swords. I'm hearing you have many spiritual allies, okay? You do have a lot of support. You are being guided at this time. But I feel like you have wanted to be put on this fast track to smooth sailing, right? You've wanted to be put on the fast track, and you were hoping, well, if I do this, that, and the third as quickly as possible, but still to a high quality or a good standard, or to whatever it is, especially if it's a particular task or a project or something related to your business or whatever it is that you're wanting to provide, if you have a business or a service, okay? It's like, I'm really excited about all of this, and I'm wanting to do this, that, and the third, and let's just kind of leapfrog into my new beginning. But then I just heard, hold your horses. You will be getting there. But in order for you to have the safe journey that you're supposed to have, and, everything else to come out of whatever this is unscathed, we need you to kind of take it down a notch, right? And so therefore, as you're not necessarily going to be doing it, we're going to do it, right? The universe is coming through and it's like, we're going to throw the monkey wrench in, like the spanner in the works, okay? With the Star and the Six of Swords, you are still moving forward and getting ever closer to, this destined path, or you are already on this destined path, okay? So there's no need to rush, right? You're already going on the right trajectory here with this. So not to panic, not to stress, not to worry, just ground your energy, just surrender and know that it will come when it's supposed to, okay, with the Nine of Pentacles. Especially if this has meant a lot to do with attaining the sense of financial independence or freedom that you have wanted, to be liberated in some sort of way, right? To start this new life, or, to have these dramatic changes in your life for the sense of improvement. You have a very strong connection to spirit, okay, with that Star. So Aquarius placements are highlighted here, okay? And I feel like you are on this kind of like unbeaten track, as it were, to your North Node, okay? That North Star. You are. With the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, we have Divine Feminine coming through. This is interesting because I'm actually getting called to say about Venus being in the sign of Libra. No, in Leo. Wow, okay. Venus is in Leo. But me wanting to say Venus being in Libra, there could be something about this transit over the next few months to do with Venus going from Leo into Libra. That could be really important here. But I do believe we currently have Mars in Libra, right? And we do have, with the moon, Pisces energy, a full moon coming through, not this week, but relatively soon. And there's the eclipse season, okay? To do with a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. With the Ten of Cups flying out and landing right on top of the Star, just know, look, you're about to be stepping into a really beautiful new life, I'm hearing, for yourself, okay? Where you're going to be getting a lot of abundance, prosperity, blessings, okay? I'm hearing it's like, but I want it now. 11:11 on the timer. You made that wish, right? The wish is coming through. You've been, dealing with delays, but not denied, okay? There's a lot that's working out in your favor that even though you don't see, I feel like you have been working a lot on trying to harnessing this kind of feminine energy, like balancing that within yourself with your masculine, okay? And also with this, it's like getting ready to receive. So I feel like it's important to get ready to receive right now and to continue on with pursuing creative pursuits, I want to say. We have King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I mean, if this is beautiful. As you guys know, I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex. With the Six of Cups and the King of Cups. I mean, right in the center of your reading, for goodness sake. Like you've mastered something, or you're mastering something. I'm getting like your emotions here are playing a big part with whatever's going on in regards to this week. Three of Wands, those new beginnings on the horizon, your ships are coming in, your breakthrough is here with the Ace of Swords. There's something about a new job or a new contract, new business opportunity. Yep, career advancement with that Page of Wands. I'm hearing not to panic. It's all happening, okay? It's all coming. You've been in a rush here with the Hanged One. It's like timing is essential with the Hanged One, right? Only taking action on what you can take action on, and kind of letting the universe come through and do the rest and assist you to bring in that sense of stability and security. So trying to walk away from an idea that everything has to be done yesterday, and that I'm hearing something along the lines of that rest can't be productive. Yeah, so maybe you've been dealing with this internal struggle of leaving a particular belief or thought process behind about the idea of rest and getting into your feminine energy, right? With the Knight of Swords, this is someone's like running around like a headless chicken, like racing thoughts, racing to be here, there, and everywhere, right? Because they're very motivated, very driven, very ambitious. Queen of Cups flying out, there's you, right? So it's all about the balancing of the masculine and the feminine energies and knowing when to take inspired action and when to rest. But I feel like you've been so excited about getting something to get off the ground and to like step into this happily ever after, that it's like maybe you haven't been taking as much time for you to just genuinely rest or for self-care, okay? Because you've been more in your masculine energy. Look at that, the Emperor. I mean, we have Emperor and Empress on the table, King and Queen of Cups on the table. I'm hearing that patience has definitely been required. Patience has definitely been required, but this has definitely been not easy for you, okay? And I'm hearing, I already feel like I have a patience of a saint anyway. And I'm sure you are an incredibly patient person, but in the same instance, it's like the universe kind of saying to you, well, you could be more patient. You could be more so. Oh, look, guys, I get it. Sometimes it's just like you need to laugh, otherwise you'll cry, right? Um, but Ace of Pentacles, I'm hearing it's all going to be worth the weight in gold with that Ace of Pentacles and Justice. These cards are phenomenal. Everything is going to be righted out for you. There will be balance, there will be harmony, okay? I feel like you've done so much work on yourself and you've paid off karmic debts here, you've learnt the spiritual lessons, and get ready to have a lot more fun in your life with the sun, okay? I did not mean for that to rhyme, but obviously sometimes that happens. So it's not far-fetched that you're going to be having of everything that it is that you want and more. I'm hearing plus interest, okay? But you needed to be in a position and place where you truly felt and knew and believed that you were worthy and deserving of all of these things, okay? Because I'm hearing on a conscious level, like you were saying, yeah, absolutely, I'm here for it. Like, bring in the love, bring in the money, bring in the fame, bring in the success, bring in the peace, bring in whatever it is, right? Bring it all in. But when your life turned flipped upside down here with the death card and the sudden upheaval, there may have been a part of you that were like panicking or stressing or worrying or getting into those old thoughts and feelings, or not feeling like, oh, worthy, or this is too good to be true, or how can I trust this, or am I safe to receive this, like all of these other questions coming up. So I'm hearing the universe has been doing you a favor, even though it may have felt like you've been neglected by it. But I get it, guys. It's all been in regards to alignment and divine timing. And to be fair, it's like it's interesting because I'm actually hearing somebody say, "I really wish that I had never even heard of that term before," and I don't mind if I never hear it again. In regards to divine timing, okay, I would have no problem with never hearing it again in my life, okay, and that's just all behind me. Five of Wands with the Fool, right? But you know it to be true. You know it to be true that you are stepping into something really quite incredible for yourself, right? Whether that is the new career, whether that's the new home, whether that's the new relationship, whether that is, winning a legal situation, whether that is traveling, whether that is starting a family, whether that is building a home, whether that is getting married, whatever it is, right? Or having that, you know, six figure, I'm hearing like monthly salary or yearly salary, whatever it is, right? I'm hearing that it's all possible. It's all possible. Knight of Swords. I'm hearing that actually you've been protected, because if this was all to come through for you all at once and you weren't ready for it, you would have run a mile. Okay? If this was all to be, I didn't even see that there. If this was all to be coming through here, you would have been standing there like this child looking at this adult receiving this overflowing kind of cup of beautiful blessings and things, and you would have been like, is this a trick? What? Is this really for me? Like, what on earth? Right? You wouldn't even be sure whether to receive it or accept it or feel like this was actually meant to be for you. I'm hearing, is that really got my name on it with the blessings? Is that genuinely for me? And it would have been, and it is. But there would have been a part of you that wouldn't have been comfortable in feeling safe and secure about receiving all of these things. But look, all happening in divine timing with the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit absolutely cracks me up. Absolutely cracks me up. I mean, the wheel has always been turning in your favor, okay? Even when it's never felt like it, even when you've questioned it here with the Page of Swords, it's always been working out for you in your highest good with the Ace of Cups, right? So trust in your intuition and continue moving on forward here, taking care of yourself, right? Obviously, I'm not picking up on like a selfish energy, right? But just take care of you and, nurture you. And by doing this, you're bringing in your manifestations. Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio energy. It is all manifesting and coming into fruition into your 3D reality, right? And the reason you keep on hearing very similar messages all the time is because it's like you're attracting in those messages, okay? You're at a frequency to be hearing of those messages, the vibration to be hearing of these messages, right? And so it's to kind of reassure you, to let you know that they are here, or they're on the way here, which I'm hearing they're already here, but there's still a part of you that kind of like, what's the word? Has this like reaction, this involuntary reaction to the idea of something coming through for you or it actually happening. Like there is that little like 1% or so of you that is not quite fully 100% all in the knowing that this is coming in, this is manifesting, and that you're worthy and deserving of it. That this is going to like be different for all of you, but there still have been something that's going on that's not completely made all the way clear for you to have all of this come through at the rate that it's supposed to come through for you. With the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Hermit, there's still something internally, right? Some sort of shadow work or something to do with the subconscious, or something to do with a certain belief that you have that's going on, right? That's not allowing the clear way for the universe to show how much it loves you and wants to bless you. So I'm getting something about September, right? Something about September, about Virgo season is being highlighted here. But you are always meant to be abundant with that Nine of Pentacles, always meant to be worthy. And you always have been, right? Even when there have been others that have told you different or you believed otherwise, right? But once you have that whole sense of like knowing, it's like that's when everything just shifts and takes off for you with the Ace of Wands and the Fool. I mean, I couldn't put it clearer myself, right? Couldn't put it clearer myself, okay? That it's manifesting Magician. I'm hearing, look, guys, not to panic, not to fret. It is all working out for you. Just if there is a tweak that you're needing to make in regards to a certain thought process or writing down of certain feelings here, I'm actually seeing somebody write on a piece of paper, and then kind of like burn it or, you know, bury it or do something with it, right? I'm getting something along those lines. That if there's a particular fear or something that's holding you back, or a particular thought that you may have had, it's like looking at things from another point of view, right? But anyway, guys, this is the end of your reading. But we have Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer coming through the most. Aries and Aquarius, I believe I said that, I'm not sure. But pretty much most of the signs, I mean, for goodness sake, like we have Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and I swear we've seen the Ace of Cups in this reading. But we do have the King and the Queen of Cups. We saw the Emperor and the Empress together, the Magician, right? So I feel like you do know that everything's going to be fine, that it's going to work out. But there's definitely like an internal block going on here. And only you will be able to know and pinpoint out how that may be pertaining to you to address. And then it's like the floodgates open and everything coming through all at once. I just heard something about a vortex. I just heard Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks. So you may be reading their book or looking at YouTube videos of them. I just heard something to do with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Is that his name? I was getting something along those lines as well. Right, okay. But take the messages as they resonate, right? We have 999, 111, 1111, 222, 818, 33, 333, 717, 777, coming through the most. right? But I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you guys are interested in receiving more insight to do with your week, then please feel free to check out the other zodiac signs that I have available in this video for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and North Node placements in your birth chart. But I hope you have a wonderful week, sending love and light your way. Many blessings. Please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.